This is MatrixVlog 212 for MatrixVlog. Hello, everybody. So, the pandemic has taken another turn. Schools are closed. And I'm worried that New York may go into another lockdown. While this is going on, we have our wonderful election process that there is tons and tons of fraudulent stuff. Now, regardless of what party you vote for, common effing sense is that there's obviously some type of voter fraud going on. But what really bothers me is the fact that NBC, CBS, ABC, MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, just about almost every single media, the Times, like Times Magazine, there's tons of newspapers. Social media as a whole, for the first time, it's like I'm looking at it and I'm like, they are lying, blatantly lying. And now they feel like they have an excuse to be disrespectful and dismiss. And here's the thing, whether you voted for him or not, he's the president right now, Donald Trump. But they seem that they could very easily disrespect him, cut away from him, interrupt him. And then now we got all these YouTubers that are just, before they were like hiding, some of them, that they were against Trump. And now they're just out there ripping Donald Trump and Republicans to shreds, where before they were afraid to say that, and because it would affect their views and their channel. But now, because it's the cool thing to do, that everyone else is doing it, now all these big YouTubers that kept silent for a while are being very vocal. And they're kind of knocking the YouTubers and the subscribers that are of the opposite party. Because of the opposite party, they're looking at these people that they subscribe to them, and they're like, what a bunch of assholes. Like, they can't be that fucking stupid, right? So here's the thing. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, are you so much for being a Democrat, right, or a Republican that you effing ignore reality? That you effing ignore that something's going on, okay? I know that there are Democrats out there that don't want, like, Donald Trump to win at all. But do you basically let it go that there could be voter fraud just so your candidate wins? Same thing with, like, Trump. If you technically really lost and can't accept it, is that right also? So there's two sides of the coin here, okay? I, for one, feel that, like, mathematically it doesn't add up to me that someone who's leading in a state could order miraculously 400,000 votes or something could show up in the middle of the night. Now, regardless of what my political party is, okay, I don't like lies and nonsense. So even if I was for a different candidate, I would not want to see my candidate win under false votes and voter fraud. So the whole point is that wouldn't you want an election that was done the right way? If it wasn't done the right way, and say, hypothetically speaking, that Biden becomes president, how could you ever trust Biden, ever? Knowing that he just wants to win, so he's like, he wants to ignore the whole thing. Like, if Joe Biden was truthful, right, he would be like, yeah, let's investigate this voter fraud because I won anyway. But that's not what's happening. And the fact that all the media flat out said there's not one instance of voter fraud when there are hundreds. Now, there may not be enough to overturn the election, but to ignore reality makes me question every single media in existence beyond the election. Where I got very depressed. I was like looking at this and I'm like, I can never trust anything that any of these organizations say ever again. Like, I could never even watch them knowing that they're being truthful, because everything could be a lie. The whole entire thing. And it's very depressing how you get to not trust anyone in social media. Like, even YouTubers that you would follow. Like, just people are full of shit just to get their agenda and their president elected. Like, their person elected. So, like, I'm just fed up with the whole both sides. I went to go vote, and I was very upset that there are rules when you go vote that people shouldn't be outside the voting place harassing you to lean toward a certain, candidate. And those rules were laxed because probably the voting place was overwhelmingly Democrat, and they wanted to push Max Rose. And they let these people screaming outside the place for Max Rose. Now, what if you had a scenario where you were going to go vote for a Democrat, right? And these people harassed you so much that you got annoyed and you voted the other way. Because you're like, they can't be this crooked, can they? Or horrible or diabolical and all that stuff, right? That could happen also. So the thing is that, like, I didn't see any Republicans there that were trying to get me to vote their way. And then people were following me, and I said, back off. I don't want to talk to you. I want to go vote, and then I have to go to work. So there's a lot of things going on. Like, there are laws that are being broken that are overlooked because it's for that party. And I've been very upset. And now this seclusion thing is another thing where, in a way, I don't mind it because I don't want to encounter bullshit out there. Okay? Like, I can literally not trust anything I see on the news, in the newspaper, ever. And that's bad, too, because you got to be able to trust them somewhat, right? I don't trust anything. So I'll tend to not want to watch it or read it. And the fact that there's some people out there, which I welcome both parties, but if there's some people out there that are so close-minded and just they want what they want, and they will overlook, and the person could stare a person to death and be like, oh, that person's great. They just will overlook everything. And it makes me look at everything in a whole new light. Especially some YouTubers that are big YouTubers that I really loved. Now I see them talking shit and nasty. And I feel totally shocked. Totally shocked where, like, I'm kind of turned off from watching them because I'm like, how could you be fair and call it down the middle the whole time, but then you're really not that way. You're full of shit because you're really for, like, a certain candidate. So you're like, this whole front that you put up, like, what a fucking liar. You know, it's like just for views and for whatever. Now me, I just don't want to talk about politics, and I don't want to talk about religion, but I let my opinions known that I just don't want any voter fraud. I don't want any of that stuff. I want it to be called the right way, and I'm not wrong for doing that, but it's just, what wouldn't you want to have somebody elected the right way where there's no question that they're the president, that, and then if they do get elected the wrong way, like, how could they ever be listened to? Or, like, you just dismiss them, right? It's crazy stuff going on in the world. And I've kind of kept out of the loop from commenting to certain things in the Whovian community, which I've been heavily going into my gaming. If you notice, keeping myself busy, getting 100 platinum trophies. But what happens when I get my 100th platinum trophy and then I accomplish my challenges? And what happens when the distraction's over? That is something we're going to see. Because again, there's a lot of things I want to say that I've held back. Haven't talked, but I do want to talk. I want to say a lot of stuff. And now I'm getting all these notifications from YouTube, and you can't do this, you can't do that. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. If you want to make monetization, I make monetization. So I'm tired of, like, these new rules, with all this stuff going on. People trying to silence your voice. I'm against censorship, and I'm against nonsense. And I'm against people that are assholes and nasty fuckers that like try to create this appearance like they're the good guys when they're fucking not. So I'm going to have some stuff to say. And I'm also tired that the sensitivity level of some people and subscribers in general, that I don't like you curse so much, I'm going to unsubscribe to you. And then a month later, I'm going to subscribe to you again. Then a month later, I'm going to unsubscribe to you. Then a month later, I'm going to subscribe to you again. Leave the fucking thing alone. And just listen and hear people out. Instead of being a fucking complaining little piece of shit that just every little fucking thing bothers you. Man up. Or woman up. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, just stop the bullshit. I've seen it, and I know the 10 subscribers that keep unsubscribing and subscribing, and it's fucking annoying. Fucking annoying, and I know them. And it's like, they're fucking up the analytics. They're fucking up the algorithm. They're fucking up. People get mad that I was eating a donut. Grow the fuck up. Or I'm eating food in general. Grow up. People mad I'm playing gaming. Grow up. People mad I'm doing comic book reviews. Grow up. I do what I want on my channel, and I don't listen to anybody. I don't give a fuck. And that's the way it is. And someone gets offended, like, I was going to do a cast with MatrixVlog, but I don't like the way he talked, so I'm not going to do it. Who fucking cares? Basically, I'm not going to change for anybody. I am a positive person. I'm a good person, but I've been attacked a lot, and I don't take shit. And people don't like it that when I get attacked, I voice my opinion. Okay? So I'm going to voice my opinion constantly. Whether you like it or not, but it is who I am. I have my challenges. I'm going to get my 100 platinums, then I'm going to get my 10,000 videos, and then there's going to be new stuff to do. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.